Here's the grilled cheese, nice and melty. No, other way. So we're in week 3 of cooking every day, and I don't know about you guys, but I am ready for some takeout. So today's episode is kind of a hybrid. I'll show you what I got for my takeout and also what I'm gonna be making using some of the stuff that I got delivered. We're gonna be making a grilled cheese with kimchi sandwich, and it's gonna go super well with the salad and the goodie that I got here. I also found this kimchi on Postmates. This is probably the best thing that I've experienced in the past 3 weeks. I usually have like a giant jar like this in the fridge at all times, except we went through it so fast. For the past 2 weeks, I haven't had any, so like my body was just craving it. So I got this loaf of bread from Republic LA. It's a really popular restaurant here in LA, and I would call it like a city treasure. So I want to support the local businesses and restaurants. We also have a special guest here. He's just chilling over there because his nap schedule was completely off today. So if you guys hear a little baby babbling in the background, that's my baby, and I hope you don't mind. Just gonna dig into this fresh loaf of bread. Like I said, I really want to support local businesses and whatnot. And so the great thing about restaurants now is that they provide grocery kits. So they'll sell off their eggs, their milk, their bread, produce from local farms and vendors that they have to the public. So luckily I was able to get this bread. They unfortunately did not have the produce box available through Postmates, so I couldn't get that, but I also ordered another farm box through another farmer. So that's how I'm keeping everything stocked. They have like milk and eggs too, so I'm very thankful for that. And then for meats, I've been getting it through Butcher Box. So it's a scary time to go out, and I want to avoid going out to the grocery stores as much as possible. Since the last time Nate went out, we all got sick, and it wasn't like the virus, I don't think. We just got like a cold. I was debating whether I wanted to get a sourdough bread or a multigrain loaf, and I went with the multigrain because it's a little bit more versatile. The sourdough is really delicious, but I would only be able to use that for like sandwiches. But for this one, I can use it for peanut butter and jelly too. Actually, I like doing peanut butter and honey. So now I'm gonna butter each slice of bread just on the outside, not too much. A lot of people like to put mayo with their grilled cheese. I don't know, I don't need it, so I'm not gonna do it. But you can mix it with like mayo or butter on the inside too. I've lost a little bit of weight throughout this whole quarantine thing, so I wanna keep it going because I have 5 pounds left before my pre-baby weight, so I'm gonna be right back. So now for the kimchi. I was so excited when I read on an article, LA List or something, that they listed all the fresh mom and pop shops that make fresh kimchi. So I felt really happy when I found a local mom and pop shop that delivers kimchi. It's so much better than going to like H Mart and buying those pre-packaged one. At least I know I'm supporting like a family business. And it looks so good. On the Yelp review, this is from, I'm sorry if I can't say it correctly, Kaesung Market in Koreatown. But on Yelp, I read that their kimchi is one of the best kimchi that like so many people have tried. And so I'm super excited to try this. Actually, I haven't tried it yet, so let's taste it. Oh yeah, it's good. Oh. It's spicy. This one is spicier than the ones I usually find at H Mart, but it's not too salty. It has a little bit of a sour kick to it, so it's like nicely aged. I was just so happy to have a taste of kimchi again. I know that sounds really weird, but it's just like what are you guys missing right now? Like chocolate chips, peanut butter? I don't know. Like there's some types of foods that people always have to have, and this is mine. Anyway, so I'm gonna cut it up or chop it up really thin. I think I'm gonna chop it up a little bit more into like smaller pieces. So a lot of you guys might be wondering, but you're not Korean. I'm not Korean, but I married a Korean or a half Korean. And so like those flavors He doesn't like them. Well, he introduced me to them and I just like fell in love with all of the Korean food, especially since moving down to LA where it's everywhere. In K-Town, like all of the restaurants have like Korean influences. I'm adopted. Okay, so this looks good. Now I'm gonna mix it with our cheese. So here I have some mozzarella, and then this one I found at Whole Foods, and it's a hickory smoked cheddar, and it's my favorite cheese. Aracey also really loves it because it's not too sharp and it has a little smokiness to it. It's just really delicious. I'm gonna lay the cheddar cheese down first, kind of have it being like, have it be our blanket. And then with the kimchi and the mozzarella, I'm actually gonna mix them together because when they cook up, I want them to kind of meld and melt together. Just gonna add this to here. So another thing that we always have in our fridge that's not really like a compromise is mozzarella cheese, because when we're in a bind, this is like, we can use it to make pizza for Aracey, grilled cheese. All right, close this up, and then we're gonna grill it. Okay. So I've added a little bit of oil to my pan, and I get a lot of questions about what pots and pans I use, and one particular question stood out to me recently. A viewer asked, should I want to invest in a cast iron pan like this. She found a stove, which is like a really high-end cast iron, and then she also asked how I like this one, which is by Lodge, and this one cost me maybe $12. And I have to be honest with you, while I love the stove one because it's so like pretty and heavy duty, I actually use this Lodge one every single day. Number one, because if I ruin it somehow, it's pretty high, it's pretty like durable, so I don't know how I would ruin it. Yeah, I actually recommend this Lodge one a lot. This one is 8 inches and it's like the perfect size. Like I cook eggs in it, I make fried rice, pasta, just make sure to season it really well. This one is really good for single serving or even for 2. Like I make stuff for me and Nathan here all the time. That might be a little bit too much oil, but we'll just let it season the sides. Take our sandwich and, I don't want to burn my finger. Gently place it down. Such a beautiful sound. So because the bread is so thick, it's not gonna penetrate through the cheese to melt everything, so I'm actually gonna get a lid and cover it. Very excited for this. So while we wait for the cheese to get melty, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm running a giveaway on my Instagram page. I'm giving away 3 soda streams. So if you guys are hankering for sparkling water or you want a machine to make your own at home, be sure to follow me at Honeysuckle, and the guidelines are under the photo. Also, for the last giveaway I did with the Le Creuset, I announced that it was Hannah Yu. She never contacted me, so I'm gonna wait until the next time I film, which is probably gonna be Thursday, and if I don't hear back from her, I'm gonna do another selection on YouTube. So if you guys are watching, yeah, I'm gonna be selecting there. So if you haven't entered yet, go to that video, which will flash right here, and enter. Okay, it's looking nice and melty. Let me take this burnt cheese out. Hope it's not too burnt. Well, it's a little toasty. I'm just gonna scrape it off. It'll be okay. I'm a little bit sad that it's like kind of burnt. I don't want to eat that. I'm just gonna scrape it off later. This burner just gets so hot. Like I had it on the lowest setting. Don't worry, I'm going to scrape it off because I don't want to waste this bread or like get sick from the burnt part. But it's getting nice and melty. I actually turned off the heat for the other side and we'll just cook it for like 3 minutes. But yeah, another thing that I like to do with my grilled cheese is just like once I flip it over, I like to press it down. Get it nice and like, oh, if I had like one of those like panini presses, like, you know, like that big giant, the grilled cheese press, I had one? No, not the panini grill, not the electronic panini grill, but like I've seen at restaurants where they have like this, it's almost like an iron and it's made of cast iron. You just like press it onto the grilled cheese so it like weighs it down and it gets nice and flat. I need one of those. Ooh. Okay, transfer to this cutting board. All right, here's the grilled cheese. The middle is still a little undercooked. So I'm just gonna actually grill it for a little bit longer. It's trial and error, you guys. Like, I know, like how hard is it to make a grilled cheese sandwich, right, Zhang? But you know what? This is all part of the testing. He disapproves. Okay, so if I were to do this differently, and I might make another one for Nate after this, what I would do is toast the inside first before assembling the grilled cheese sandwich. So I would toast it, add the cheese and the kimchi, and then toast the outside, if that makes sense. Here's the grilled cheese, nice and melty. Nate was just saying, like, how can you mess up a basic grilled cheese sandwich? Well, this bread was really thick and I don't know, like sometimes you just mess up the most basic things, you know? Like, I'm allowed to have an off day too. Okay, so that's our grilled cheese sandwich, nice and super melty. Hopefully I've redeemed myself, but now let me show you guys what I got for takeout. So when I ordered the food from Republic, I wanted something to complement this grilled cheese sandwich since I've been wanting to make this for a while. So of course I went with the healthier route and I got a chicken and roasted veggie salad. There's a nice bed of kale with some chicken, chickpeas, roasted carrots, and then this is a cumin vinaigrette. It's super thick. And then for dessert, let me tell you about this dessert. I have been wanting it for 3 years since I moved down to LA and I never got it. I don't know why, because I'm like, it's really rich. It's like, I don't know. I always go for their pastries, but today I said, let's seize the day, you know, like YOLO. Given everything that's going on right now, look at this decadent chocolate cake. It's like a ginormous slice with caramel frosting in between each layers of chocolate cake. For everything that I've been cooking this week and for all of the food that I've been craving and missing going out to eat and everything, I think the kimchi, the cake, maybe the salad. The salad was a healthy choice, but everything here will feed my soul and just satisfy those cravings of wanting to go out to eat. All right, so now we're gonna do, cheese pool. We're gonna do a little mukbang, but maybe more like a taste test because I don't think I can finish this all by myself. I love a good grilled cheese sandwich. The kimchi adds a little bit of, how do you call it? You know when you add hot pepper to your mac and cheese, Frank's hot sauce or something? This does the same thing. It's such a interesting flavor profile. I probably, if I really wanted to take it up a notch and make it a little more interesting, I could add gochujang in there, like a gochujang mayo spread. That would be really good too. This is kind of like my thought process when I was creating recipes for the cookbook. Like, what can I do to elevate a normal dish? So if you guys, well, once I can tell you guys more about the book and what's in there, you guys will find that it's really like interesting stuff with like slight variations and twists to make your food a little bit more interesting. So that's really what I like to do with my food. Cause I mean, just like a plain old grilled cheese gets kind of old. It's good, but I like playing around with flavors. So actually after opening up the to-go box to look at the salad, it's actually a grain bowl. I don't even know what I ordered. So there's like roasted beets, carrots, cauliflower, farro, or maybe that's barley. There was like a layer of hummus too, but it wasn't like bean hummus, it was orange, and I almost think it's like kabocha squash. What I really like about Republic is they kind of twist like your typical salads, or they give it like a little bit of an Asian flair to it. Like they have this kimchi fried rice with a little bit of short ribs, and then their pastries are so good. It's like a local treasure, like I said. And this isn't like sponsored or anything by them. I just really, really love them, and I don't like seeing their business struggle, and so I really want to support them. Let's try this though. Get some chicken, some kale. Delicious. The dressing has really strong flavors of cumin in there. It's really interesting. And then here you have the farro or the barley. I'm not really sure what it is. I need to look it up again. But it's very chewy. It's good. It's delicious. I'm not a huge fan of beets. Can you guys believe that? Like, I know people that are just like super fans of beets, but it's not my favorite vegetable. Every time I buy it, I end up like using it in like a smoothie, or I never like it just like roasted or steamed though. So I don't know why I keep buying it. That one was not bad. Maybe it's my preparation process. Although I have to say, there's another salad place called Mendocino Farms, and they have this salad called Save Drake, and they have like this pink roasted beets in that salad that's just so good. The hummus is hiding somewhere in here. You can kind of see it here, but I'm getting very Miss Mina vibes here. Do you guys watch her? Miss Mina O or Sweet and Tasty TV. Now moving on to the chocolate cake. Oh, I didn't get any frosting in there. Okay, there you go. I feel weird about doing a mukbang. It's like weird watching someone eat, right? I don't know. Like, let me know if you guys want to see more mukbangs, because I know that's such a thing on YouTube, but too much talking, not enough eating. That chocolate cake was amazing. Oh, it's not too sweet. The caramel layers is just nice and like soft. It almost melts into the cake. And so the cake is super, super delicate and moist. I know people hate that word, but like, what other words do you have to describe a cake? I'm in chocolate heaven. That was so good. I could literally eat that whole piece of cake by myself right now. Screw sustenance and real food. Just eat cake. I read a comment yesterday that really spoke to me. One of you guys said you were really sad and that you just sat in bed eating cake and cried. And literally some days I just want to do that too. I already tasted the kimchi. I tasted the bread. I'm just gonna finish eating now, but I won't put you guys through all that. If you guys have any comments for me, let me know in the comment section below, and let me know what other content you would like to see. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Ooh, yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm eating cake.
While your baby cries?
I don't hear anything.
Isn't it so good?
Sinful.
God, you're so mean. Okay,
So
I really have
good,
to
it's
go get the
bad.
baby.